I'll get interrupted, but here's Haltom High School. So some of the nappers, the kids actually didn't go to Haltom. I don't really talk about what high school they go to, but I do mention Foster pitching a tit by the stadium. So here's the stadium right here, and that's the outside of where the stadium is. I'll try to get where the fence line is. I'm gonna try to do this pretty quick. I'm just gonna show you the area of catnappers. So this is actually the stadium that Foster pitches his tent at whenever he gets approached by Jonah, and that's the stadium. We did a lot of play there, like we played around a lot in this stadium, and that's the stadium at night of Haltom High School Stadium right there, right in this area right here. The lights aren't on or anything. He would probably have pitched his tent somewhere around there. Then we turn around this way. Many of things have happened on this hill. This was a big skateboard hill, but it was also a hill where sometimes you would get in a chase with some redneck or whatever. So that's Haltom High. My father went there, but I went to Haltom just for a moment. I went to Richland Haltom and graduated from Pascal. So we're getting into where the catnappers kind of takes place, and here's an old man and his dog, which totally fits catnappers. These people walking right here. This old lady with a cane. Be one of the midnight walkers that's in it. So as Ninja Knights, this is the neighborhood we terrorize. I actually know some of the people we terrorized. Bob was one of them. I used to do theater with him out at Hip Pocket. We didn't terrorize him, but we threw eggs at his house, I think, one time. A couple of times. I told him about it. He was okay with it. He's a pretty cool guy. I know a lot of Bobs. So we're going to be approaching Circular. That's the name of the street, Circular. And we are on Willow Crest. Aha. Okay, first I'm going to go... That's one of the great hills over that way. Or maybe not. Oh, there's Tourist. Okay. So Tourist will lead me kind of in the area. Yeah, my friend had a skateboard ramp like right over this way. So the catnappers were the enemy in the story. They were the mythical enemy that we never really saw. And the Ninja Knights were the clique of boys, the gang. This is the hill that leads down to where we would go. Isn't that spooky? So that's the hill that and I'll get to that in just a minute. I'm at about 3 minutes right now. I actually got in a wreck right here on this little passageway when I was about 16 in a car. Right here, I hit a lady on this side over here, coming down from this hill on the opposite side. With a friend named Sean, another Sean I knew. All right, so there's the house right there, straight ahead. It's actually my Aunt Cindy's house. My mom bought it with Earl. So Catnappers opens on this tree. I don't even know if it's an oak tree, but in my mind, it's an oak tree. That's the tree right there. That's the tree, and that's the house. It looks very different. On Circular, which is right here. Circular Lane, right there. So that's the house right there. And we would egg neighbors and things like that. So, we'll pull around this way. Okay, I'm gonna back up this way. Here. Sometimes we would, there's the trees I was talking about in the story. They've been trimmed. And the trees we would climb down and hang down. That's the tree right there. Or it opens on that tree right there. It's still there. It's amazing. That tree is still there. That's just amazing. That's absolutely amazing. I'm sure they're probably going to cut it down after this. But anyway, that was the tree. So we would go down all the way this way. This would be the usual. I think Bob's house was right here. We'd go down the usual way this way on our bikes and our ninja gear and everything. And we'd take a left right here on Booley, which is not, the street name is not mentioned in the story. Then we'd go down this road here into Fossil Creek. And the area where the truck and the clearing is coming up here. So the truck would be on this road right here. And we're gonna go to an area. This is where, yeah, this is spooky. This is Fossil Creek. That's where the catnappers would hang out. And we would go into there. It's miles and miles and miles. It's not that big, but it's pretty big. It's miles and miles and miles of trails. And this is where the truck, the high beam section of catnappers. And here's one of the rivers too. That's Fossil Creek. You can hear it, but you can't see it. You hear it? And this is where the truck stopped and put its high beams on. This area right here. It was along this road, right over to the left, right over here. He actually did this. He went over this way, he stopped, and I was standing right there, and he put his lights on just like that. And it went on for a while. And I was standing like right there, or in that area. Eventually we ran off into the woods on the other area. I'll show you the clearing coming up. Clearing is right here. That's where my parents saw the people that were, that's where we played Borderlands, right down that way. You can't see it in the dark. I'd have to come back during the day. And that's Fossil Creek in that area. Okay. So that's basically summing it up really quick in about 6 minutes when it comes to the area. We're not talking about, and the body, Stephen King's body, we're not talking about miles and miles and 3 days of travel. We're talking about just a few moments of travel. So I don't know, 20 minutes to get there on bikes. I don't really know if I talked about the time that it took to get there, really, to get to that area, to Fossil Creek from that house. But it's only right down the block. That's why I probably didn't mention a time or day or anything. But we'd go many times throughout the summer. And that's where we tracked all the miles, the many times that we'd go back and forth. It's a small little area in the neighborhood, in any neighborhood. So it's not like, it doesn't take but a block to get there. That's why it's a novella, and also it's set in one area, which is Fossil Creek. I'll probably go through. It'd be nice if I find funding when I'm older to go back and, based on that novella, which I have, based on the novella, to do a film about it. It'd be really nice.